Sony has a new phone, and no, it's not a rectangular slab with chunky edges around the screen. Yes, you heard that right. For the first time in 6 years, Sony has finally redesigned its smartphones. Gone is the Omnibalance angular design in favor of Ambient Flow, which Sony said is meant to mimic water. The Sony Xperia XZ2 is all about curves, and its ergonomic design harks back to the days of the original Moto X. Sony also announced the Xperia XZ2 Compact, which carries many of the same features but in a smaller package and a different design. Let's take a closer look at the Xperia XZ2 first. Sony has finally embraced the bezel-less smartphone trend, where the edges around the screen are minimized in favor of more screen real estate. The bezels are still not as thin as those on phones such as the new Galaxy S9, but it's a major improvement over the Xperia XZ1. Front-facing stereo speakers make it easier to give Sony a pass as well, though the speaker on the bottom bezel is well hidden. The Xperia XZ2 is 2 sheets of Gorilla Glass 5 sandwiching a metal frame. The edges are curved, and so is the back, allowing for a comfortable fit in the palm. The phone is still a little unwieldy due to its 5.7-inch size, but the curved back certainly makes it manageable. You'll find all the buttons on the right edge, including a dedicated camera button on the bottom right. The power button isn't indented anymore, which is a nice change, but the volume rocker is a tad too high to comfortably reach. At the bottom edge is a USB Type-C charging port. Flip the phone over to the back and you'll see perfect symmetry. There's a nice flow of small circles, the flash and other sensors leading up to the single rear camera. But it's the fingerprint sensor that's so satisfying to see. After years of blocking access to the fingerprint sensor in US devices for business decisions, Sony is finally embracing the rear sensor, and it couldn't be in a better spot. We think the refreshed design is a step in the right direction for Sony. The XZ2 looks sleek and modern, and it helps that there's also a plethora of colors to choose from. We're partial to the blue, which Sony says is deep green, but you can also choose between silver, black, and pink. The 5.7-inch screen utilizes an 18:9 aspect ratio, with a 2160 x 1080 pixel resolution. It looks sharp, colorful, and faultless, though we'll need a closer look to pass a final verdict. It does support high dynamic range, HDR, so you can enjoy higher color profiles with HDR supported content from apps like Netflix and HBO. At the same time, Sony is also using its own X reality technology that can upscale traditional SDR media into HDR. An example we saw of an SDR